Hi everyone. This is for my students of architecture. Others can kind of scroll down. Oh, or maybe you can hit a like. Yeah. All right. So, students who are into designing green buildings, let me share with you a couple of insight that you probably can implement in your design. Yeah. I had done a case study on the green buildings in Singapore. Students who are studying urban designing, housing per se, and green buildings cannot ignore Singapore. Singapore is a best described cosmopolitan culture as a microcosm of modern Asia, a melting pot of all cultures and history, and an extravaganza of culinary delights. Officially known as the Republic of Singapore, it is both a city as well as a country. Located in Southeast Asia, just next to Malaysia, one of the Asia's most visited destinations in Singapore. Yeah. Singapore ranks second among global cities for green buildings and aims 80% of green buildings out of the total buildings in Singapore by 2030. So by the year 2030, be sure to have 80% of Singapore having green buildings. Very nice. So, if you pick up a couple of green buildings from Singapore that are already there, out of them, 4 of them are pretty notable actually. The Marina Bay Sands, Khoo Teck Puat Hospital, BCA ZEB, City Square Mall, pretty impressive buildings those are. So when we talk about Marina Bay Sands or the MBS uses intelligent building management system with over 90,000 control points. Pretty impressive. Allowing automated controls over lighting, heating and water supplies for the entire building. A computerized control system automatically dims or brightens light depending on the time of the day and weather conditions. So the strategy basically that Marina Bay Sands has taken up are fourfold, you can say. Number 1, environmentally responsible operations. Number 2, stakeholder engagement. Number 3, sustainable meetings. Number 4, green buildings. Students of architecture who are learning the building management system as of now should take a note of this. Marina Bay Sands, a pretty beautiful example. At the core of this building, the green initiative of this particular building is a Singapore dollar 25 million intelligent building management system that is there in place, which automates lighting, heating and water supplies for the entire integrated resort to conserve precious resources. Marina Bay Sands is connected to a district cooling system. You'll learn that in detail, of course. So this is a kind of a HVAC system where to use the energy more efficiently, the air conditioning makes use of water cooled chillers, which are nearly 80% more efficient than the air cooled models. Yeah. Furthermore, the heat emitted from those chillers, while generating the cooling, there is a kind of heat emitted from those chillers. So that heat is again reused back to heat the water. Yeah. So energy is conserved. So the chiller reclaim the heat pumps to provide hot water to the hotel and some restaurant to reduce energy consumption. Yeah. A computerized control system automatically dims or brightens lighting throughout the building in the public spaces depending on the time of the day and weather conditions. The hotel rooms are equipped with an advanced eco mode system so that guests can play their part in protecting the environment. An eco button on the room control gives guests the option to bring up the room temperature by a few degrees when the room is empty to save electricity. The automation is such that in the hotel, wherever there is an unoccupied room, the curtains closes by themselves to keep the rooms cooler. The hotel room balcony doors are installed with sensors that automatically turn off the room air conditioning if the balcony doors are open for an extended period of time. Green roofs with landscaping on roof decks are located throughout the development. Sand Sky Park crowned at the top of the hotel. It ties the entire 3 towers like a boat on top. Is at 12,400 meter square green oasis of 250 trees and 650 plants, some up to 8 meters tall. There's a casino. The enthalpy wheels recover cool air in the building exhaust to help pre-cool the incoming fresh air and cut down the energy use. There are very few buildings in the world that actually do that. The building's glass facade minimizes the use of abundant natural daylight to illuminate indoor areas, thus displacing the need of energy-intensive lights. Marina Bay Sands installed delayed action, self-closing taps, and constant flow regulators. We also call them flow monitors in the bathrooms within the public areas to minimize water usage, reducing water consumption by more than 350 million liters of potable water. 350 million liters of potable water annually, of course, in comparison to conventional fixture, in comparison to a waste case. Rainwater is collected on the roof of Art Science Museum in a rainwater harvesting system and cascades into a pool below. The water collected is recycled in the building's flushing water or toilet flushing system. A drip irrigation system is also used to water the plants and the shrubs that are there, thereby avoiding wasteful spraying or evaporation. Marina Bay Sands saves enough water to supply to 800 households in Singapore every year. As one of the biggest properties in Singapore is a pretty small place with a very few plots of huge sizes, and this is one of the biggest plots in Singapore and biggest property in Singapore. Marina Bay Sands took special consideration to use green materials during the property's construction phase. The company used recycled materials and products such as drywall partitions and fire-rated doors under Singapore's green label rating system. Non-toxic eco paints, which we also call VOC-free paints as per IGBC norms in India, were used to reduce the amount of toxic fumes released into the air. These eco-friendly paints are frequently incorporated recycled or leftover paints which would normally be disposed in landfills. So they have reused that. So complete reduce, reuse and recycle is being implemented there. They segmented waste into organic and construction waste for proper disposal and minimize the waste to recycle and reusing of wood, metals and excavated earth in wherever possible way that is possible. Has moved to using energy efficiency to a complete different level. The property on lights, the savings itself is 55 lakhs kilowatt hour. 55 lakh kilowatt hour per year. The city in a garden is a blend of cultures, combining different ideas, cuisines, new architectures going well with the gleaming hint of old school. The incredible shopping malls, classy boutiques, departmental stores on Orchard Road, the exotic elements of Chinatown and Little India are the world-class nightlife span along the spotless land of Singapore. Expensive with respect to Southeast Asia's standards, the city offers a plethora of other options for entertainment such as Sentosa Island, Singapore Zoo, Singapore Botanic Garden, Marina Bay Sands, Tiger Balm Garden, and so a lot of other places, a complete destination where an architect can explore and feel. Let me know if you have some thoughts about the architecture style that are there in Singapore. Any particular building that you like? Did you do any case study there in Singapore? Yeah. Comment in the box below. I'll get back to you. See you.